Authority. We need to identify who is our internal authority, because we integrate information from the external environments within ourselves. That's one of the ways. I go out with my friends, talk with them. I go out in the church, talk with the priest. I go out at the university, listen to the lectures, and then I integrate information. I will accept some of them, I will resist some of them. And if I accept them, means I add value to them. And if I add value to them, I believe in them. Yeah, this is how the process of belief occurs within us. Now, all of these informations, all the knowledge, are invisible, untouchable, and infinite. They are present all over around the world. Yeah. And they pass through us. Or sometimes we reject them. Another way in which I integrate information within myself is a intergenerational process. My mother and my father, my grandmother and grandfather, my ancestor, and then behind them God. Passed information. Now, if we seek what is the origin of knowledge, if we try to understand what are the principles followed by most of the religions and what the wise people say are the principle of God. Don't steal, don't lie, don't kill, don't hurt people. Love your brother. Love your neighbors as you love yourself. Yeah? They're among all of those religions. And they invite you to act them out no matter what. Those are the principles that need to survive above the life itself. If you fail to respect those principles, then you commit a sin. You miss the target. You're a sinner. If you steal to your best friends, you commit a sin. In the 1990s, a therapist created inner child work. You don't ask God anymore, which is above. There is an intergenerational structures. There is a hierarchical structures. You don't ask God anymore to help you to follow the principle that is being given to you through the generations, in your blood, from the origin of the life. But now there is a new authority that places himself between me and my mother, me and my ancestor, me and God, and say, you should negotiate with your inner child and listen to it. And my question is, I place the principle below and the feeling above? Because then at one point I need to negotiate with my inner child if I have to do 1 hour of meditation with 3 pieces of chocolate. While most of the traditions, they ask you to force yourself to stay with God all the time, over and over again. There are 2 aspects. First, a new authority, a therapist that places himself between me and the relationship that I have with God, with the origin of the life, with my parents, with my ancestor, that suggested me to invert the dynamic. Ask a child if I can do or what he needs to be safe, to allow me to do what I need to respect. We create new idols within ourselves that replace the image of God. Before I take actions, I need to ask my inner child. Make sure that he feels safe, if it does exist. So the question is not anymore what is right, but how do I feel? But what is right is related to principle, the universal principle given to the humanity and passed through generations. And now I need to ask what the inner child needs in order to act in life. It's about the feeling. We place the feeling above the principle. We invert the hierarchical structure. Feeling above and principle below. In that sense, I cannot train or I cannot do meditations before I eat 3 pieces of chocolate or I cuddle myself because my inner child. When I'm an adult, it sounds to me a regression instead of a way to advance. There is an authority issues and a hierarchical problem. The new authority becomes the therapist that suggests us to negotiate with our inner child and replace himself with traditional way of interacting with the principle of life and the hierarchical structures. Before we had principle above, no matter what the feeling, and now we have feeling independent of the principle. If it feels good, do it.